1.2, measuring distances. Okay, we are going to have a few postulates. What's a postulate again?
Things that are, we believe that are true without facts.
A statement that is accepted to be true
Yes.
without proof.
We just accept it's true. We don't have facts to back it up. Good. Okay, ruler postulate. Ruler postulate. Every point on a line can be paired with a real number. Okay? That number corresponds to its coordinates, its x and y value. Okay? The distance between any 2 points equals the absolute value of the differences of their coordinates. So if I want to find the distance between 2 points, I either take their x values and subtract them from each other and take the absolute value of it, or I take their y values and subtract them from each other and take the absolute value of it. Because a distance cannot be negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In the past, when you were kids, you counted on a number line, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I have a point that the x is -3 and the other point is 5, what is the distance between there?
8.
8.
I got
-3
Yeah,
minus
Caleb.
5 is
You're so
8.
smart.
-8, the absolute value of -8 is 8. Okay? That's what it's telling us. Now, I know in your brains you're thinking that's common sense. But when we go to do proofs, we have to use this as a reason to back it up. Okay?
What are proofs? I saw a PowerPoint.
Oh, we'll talk about those later.
Don't get ahead of
So do we have to know like every single one of these?
Oh, yeah, I don't
Okay,
give notes.
I assume that.
Oh, yeah, it's all gonna be up there.
Oh, you said that these, I'm sorry, I can't remember if you said or not, but if we can find this
Or
somewhere.
we can't find this. But all of this comes directly off of AMSCO, off of that stuff, so I just screenshot it and then make a
Okay,
PowerPoint out.
I didn't know how to do that.
You don't need a password, or you can just go straight to the website, I'll show you afterwards. Okay, segment addition postulate, segment addition. We talked about this a little bit the other day, where if I have a small segment like segment AB and I add it to segment BC, it equals the whole segment of AC. Segment addition postulate, okay? If B is between A and C on a line, then AB plus BC equals AC. You need to remember that AB plus BC equals AC, and that's called segment addition postulate, because later in proofs, we're going to use that as a formula, then we're gonna start substituting real numbers in for it to start solving.
English?
That was.
I couldn't tell.
We're gonna plug numbers in, we're gonna substitute stuff in eventually, okay?
Sometimes you have to talk to us like babies, like Miss McKay.
I know.
Miss McKay be like,
Miss
okay,
McKay's-
chillins. That's what she said. Chillins.
Yeah,
Unless she's talking to Chloe, she's like,
or you guys need to start learning adult language.
What's that?
One time she broke a ruler by hitting it on Chloe's.
Yeah, she went like this.
Oh, I heard about that.
And it broke. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
You guys are gonna have to speed it up, let's go.
I need to take a
You're just going-
photo of
I
this,
can't see
please.
the board, I need a new glasses prescription, so that's why.
You need a new prescription.
Well, then get that.
It's
I got
fine,
one.
Chloe.
It's just wrong.
Okay, stop talking, let's talk more right.
You said I could find this on AMSCO, right?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
then I
check.
don't take notes.
Also, what I suggest is, remember I said, if you go to AMSCO ahead of time and print stuff off, you can just add to it or color code it.
Yeah, I was gonna do that,
When
and then I
did
was
you
like,
do
you
that?
can't get on there.
Dave.
First day school.
Dave.
Woo, okay.
Okay, next, I'm moving on.
are we supposed to do?
I can always come back in a minute, what?
Are we supposed to write the
Yep.
second edition? Or, unless you don't wanna know it.
Oh, okay, no, I definitely need to put that down.
You can also open up your book because it's also in there.
I wish my handwriting was that good.
No one knows.
Everyone
I
does.
wish my handwriting was good. It doesn't have to be that good.
Okay. So you get the gist of those two. They're common sense, but we still have to state them because we have to prove everything we do.
And this is what L
Oh,
did
I missed it.
Oh, I need to draw this.
B equals
Mhm.
CD.
Yeah.
Just AB equals
Yeah,
CD.
yeah, yeah,
Boxes.
yeah,
Yes.
I think I need to draw this, or something else.
Or, oh wow.
Give
Dude.
me a second. I'm pretty sure.
You just have to write boxes, nothing new.
Yes, here's what I need. Okay, let's say that you were at,
Everyone likes my sass.
Abby, your sass is greatly appreciated.
Gracias.
It's right, that's coming from Chloe, that doesn't mean much.
Alex, yeah.
That wasn't me, that was
Dad,
you
you.
can pretend that all my graphs are beautiful.
Don,
Wow, that's beautiful.
that's an A.
Yeah, perfect.
Why don't you teach art?
AB plus BC.
Right, thank you. Okay,
Beautiful.
so let's say you have line AB, and we're gonna put line AB at -3, 1, and -3, -2. -3, 1, and -3, -2.
Do I have to mark you?
I don't know.
Is this,
Okay, here's this line, AB. Then I'm gonna put line CD, and line CD is going to be at 1, 2, 4, 2. 1, 2, 4, 2. And they wanna know, are these two lines equal? You
No.
cannot tell me no by looking at it, you have to prove it to me.
Why?
Whoa.
What's the point?
What's the point if we know it's right?
And no, you can't measure it. How could I prove it?
The distance between two, is it that one? The
Mm.
distance between 2 points equals the absolute value of the difference of their.
Yes, what is that called? What postulate?
The ruler postulate?
The ruler postulate.
It says rule.
So,
Why can't
you
we
have to
just use
show
the
me by using the ruler postulate. This is at, I said this was at 1, 2, right?
Yes.
And I said this was at
Four.
4,
This.
2. So, if we're doing the ruler postulate, what does that mean I need to do?
Find the subtraction.
Okay, so absolute value, I'm just gonna choose the x coordinates
This is
because
moving
it's
too
easy.
fast for me.
1 minus 4, you'll catch up, Chloe, you'll get there eventually, it's okay. Oh, I mean, in general, you will figure out a way to move faster. And over here, can I use the x coordinates here?
Yes. No.
No.
Just
What
the-
coordinates do I have to use?
Why?
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 Why do you have to use the y?
But like, why? Why?
Why? For real.
Explain.
For real.
Okay, for real, why did I choose to use y here and why did I choose to use x there?
Wait, what are
Because
these
you
numbers
can't have
coming
zero.
from? 1 to -2 and 1 minus
From the
4?
coordinates of A and B.
1 to minus.
No, but I don't get it.
You subtract them, but you're subtracting a negative number. So it's
Time out, she doesn't know why we're choosing those numbers and that's what I'm asking for.
Oh, because.
Okay, on the green one, why do we choose the x coordinates and not the y coordinates?
Wait, what, how do you know those are, I'm really confused on what's going on right now.
What do you-
What are the lines for?
You can't have.
The lines, we're trying to see if the lines are
You already have
equal.
it.
Oh, so the AB is a line.
Yes.
And CD is a line.
Yes.
And we're trying to see if them together are equal.
Yes.
Oh, and the 3, -3, 1 are points at the end of the line.
Okay. So why do I choose x coordinates here? Yes.
Because the Y coordinates are like the same.
So it won't get me anywhere.
Oh,
It'll be
I
zero.
understand.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be silly, right? I can't do that.
So silly.
Okay, so
Oh,
if I
it's
do,
really
if I do
good.
1 what's the absolute value of 1 minus 4? What's the absolute value of -3? 3. So this line's distance is 3. What's the absolute value? Oh, what happens when I have this?
Plus E.
Ding ding.
Plus.
3.
I know Mrs. McCain always says blip blip and I say ding ding.
Can you please do blip blip? Oh,
I
I'll get you
If we
confused.
change-
I'll try. So
I
what's
can't-
the absolute value of
You
3?
can't process.
I can't process all that.
Nuh-uh.
No,
Those are not the same length.
Well, guys, remember this isn't on a perfect graph either.
You're right.
Oh, I see.
Because see how cramped I have it here and how wide I have it there.
That makes so much more
You
sense.
should put not
Deal
show
with
the
it.
scale.
Okay, now, what is MB?
MB, line.
-7x minus 2.
Metabolism.
Oh.
Great, I wanna know an actual number answer. Oh, what?
Right, it's so small.
There's something you probably could use from those two postulates we talked about.
Every point on a line can be paired with a,
B
no,
is
that number,
between
the
A
number
and C on the
corresponds to its
line.
coordinate.
Don't,
Sorry.
no, don't shout.
Oh, sorry.
What do you think, Abby? Abby and Abby?
Okay,
What postulate do you think we're gonna use?
that last one, the segment addition.
The segment addition, I have a segment, I have a whole line. Okay, look, segment right here, right? Boom. Segment right here, yes,
Boom.
boom, and it makes this whole line, yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
see what's going
Now,
on.
So segment addition postulate, look at how you have to write this, you're gonna love me. You have to first say, B, segment BM, yes, even more, plus segment MX equals
BX.
segment
BX.
BX, okay?
I would.
Now,
Hate it.
you need to
Smart.
give me that first before you use numbers and symbols. Do you understand what I'm saying? What?
It's 12.
Okay, great, we're not there yet. Okay,
You're so
so the first step is to show me this with the actual like segment names. Okay, then we're going to come in, and what am I going to substitute in for BM?
Negative 7x plus 2.
Oh, wait,
Negative
so-
7x plus 2.
So what, is that saying it's
I've
minus
been
2?
there.
Can I ask,
Guys,
can you be
stop,
quiet?
stop yelling.
So negative 7x minus 2 is the
BM.
length of BM,
Yes.
but it's, okay, it's just.
Now, what do I substitute in for the length of MX?
Negative
And X plus 10.
It's negative 7x minus 2.
Good job, Sloan.
Good job. Marco's favorite.
Okay, and then I substitute what in? The negative 10x plus 10, right? So negative 10x plus 10, and then it's set equal to what?
BX.
What is BX?
42.
42, beautiful. Now, from there, what do I need to do? Combine like terms, combine like terms.
Gets you.
Negative 7x, negative 10x gives me what?
Negative 17x.
Negative 17x, good. And negative 2 and positive 10 gives me. And now what do I need to do?
Subtracting from both sides.
How do you guys get this so fast?
This is algebra, Lily. This is the part that.
Yeah,
This
and
is what
I
we
did
did last
horrible.
year.
This is the part that I'm.
What's 42 minus 8?
34.
34.
And what's 34 divided by negative 17?
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Okay, so x equals negative 2. Is that the answer I wanted?
No.
No, I want to know how big or how long BM is, right?
Yes, so
Plug
you
it in.
plug.
So I plug, okay.
I don't.
So
You put
it's
the X in.
negative
Chloe,
7 times
listen to
a
me.
negative.
If you'll calm down, you'll figure it out. Just relax.
I know, like.
You're gonna follow, you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. So now I need to take this negative 2 and I need to plug it in here because it asked me for BM. And I know BM is negative 7x minus 2. So I say negative 7, right? And then it was negative 2 is my x, and then I have negative 2 here. Negative 7 and negative 2 multiplied together is what? 14. 14 minus 2 is?
12.
Ooh.
So now equals segment BM, and that is my answer.
Brandon, you're
This is
Brandon, stop being
Listen
so
to
smart.
me. Hey, listen closely. Show me every step. Because later, we're gonna add something for our proofs. We're gonna start with algebra like this, and we're going to say, step 1, given. Step 2, we substituted in, yes? Step 3, we combined like terms. Step 4, we simplified. Step 5, we divided. Step 6, solution. So you get what I'm saying?
I have a
What's
question.
what?
So we found it for this one, but we don't, why don't we find it for?
Because it didn't ask.
Oh, it just said, I knew it.
Okay, Abby, what?
So, do we have to like actually write that?
Oh, yes.
No.
Wait, do we have to write like step
Wait, do we
1?
have
Not
to do that?
tonight, but in about a couple lessons, yes.
We'll have to write
Mm,
like
not about that
absolute
one.
step 1.
I
It
don't
would
think
be
I'm
like
going on
this.
that lead.
You're gonna make 2 columns, and one's gonna say statements,
Wait, what?
Mine sounds already on.
Okay.
and one's gonna say reasons,
No,
Wow.
not about that line.
I'm out of here.
and you're gonna go here, and you're gonna go one, and you're gonna go like we just did.
I'm going
What if we don't do that?
And you're gonna say
I am going
given,
to
or you're going to say rule or addition postulate. Yes, and then we're gonna continue. And that's a small proof.
Small?
And this, my friend,
Is wide.
L didn't like.
A slug is falling vertically
We're solving they die.
Why?
alongside its spacecraft in deep space.
I'll love you
I
word
don't think you
problem.
can
Okay.
fall in space. I hate these.
If you can if you're a slug.
Slugs can. Unless it's poured on salt, then it.
It falls at 20 centimeters per second for 4 seconds. That's probably important, I'm assuming, because there's numbers there. Okay? So it falls,
Is the slug
falls at 20 centimeters per second for 4 seconds. Then,
So,
at
80
40
seconds.
centimeters
80 centimeters.
per second for 1.5 seconds.
Ooh, mine was up.
If it started at a position of 90 centimeters, okay. If it started at a position of 90 centimeters above the base of the spacecraft, show its change in position and calculate how far it moved.
I can do this right now.
Okay.
Thing.
We gotta do some thinking. What do you think we need, where do you think we need to start?
First thing it's asking.
20 centimeters per second.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, you said it falls at 20 centimeters per second
That's easy.
for 4 seconds, yes?
Yes.
So where did it start though?
But like, where
How
does
can I
this
start
fall?
Wait a
with,
second,
how can I start with that if I don't know where it started from?
Yeah.
True.
Where did it start?
Start 90 centimeters.
I'd start 90 centimeters above
Base.
a base. So if I have this little, if this is my base, okay, of my aircraft, it started up here, right? 90 centimeters above, correct? I have to draw things out or I can't see it. Okay, so if it starts 90 centimeters above, what happens after that? Okay, it says it falls at 20 centimeters per second for how many seconds? 4. So what does that mean?
It's falling 4 seconds.
How many total centimeters did it fall?
80.
80 at first, right? What's 90 minus 80?
10.
Beautiful. So now we're kind of down here, right? After 4 seconds, so 20 centimeters second equal 4 seconds, right? Times 4 seconds.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so
A rat.
that's how I represent. Now it says that it then at 40 centimeters per second for 1.5. So what does that mean?
It dead.
60
centimeters.
It means it did it for 60 centimeters. It fell another 60, right?
Then it would just be in space.
What's
so
10 minus 60?
But it
Negative
that's not there was no
50.
gravity.
It's negative 50 centimeters in space.
50
Depressing.
centimeters
My
below
pain
the
is
base.
so
It's 50 centimeters
logical
below the
reasoning
base.
is not what
Okay?
I'm introducing.
So it said, show its change in position, calculate how far it moved. So it moved, how far did it move though?
140.
How do you know that?
Because you add 80 to
Because
60?
it's 20 times 4 is
Probably about to
80.
get some like.
Or you just add
40
90.
times 1.5 is
Stop.
60. and
Let me get you to think how I want you to think,
Well, yes, but actually no.
okay? What you're doing is beautiful. Yes, you can get that there that way. I need you to start to see it this way. What was the first postulate we talked about?
I don't remember.
It is. A line has 2 points.
A line has 2 points.
Is
You're
this,
so right.
okay, is this a line if it has a start up here at 90 and
No,
down
it's
here
a
at
ray.
negative
It's a
50?
ray. No, that's a
Wait, how is it the first
Yeah.
postulate? The first postulate I had.
Oh,
Well, I meant today.
I'm going
Okay,
back to
so-
algebra.
That's a line a section of a line, right? Okay, and it started up here at 90 and it's now down here at what? Negative 50, right?
Yeah.
So how can I apply that postulate to this?
A line has 2 points.
It has 2 points,
So how do I find the distance? You take the absolute value of,
90,
and
you absolute value of negative 50,
minus negative 50
which is
Which is-
140.
centimeters.
What that is allowed.
Which, you are correct. The rest of you just added all those little pieces together. I need you to start thinking in postulate form.
Good luck with that.
Why'd you put- why'd you
Yeah, I
put
don't
90
think good luck
minus
with that.
negative?
Because when you take the absolute value, it's x minus x1 minus x2.
Oh.
So it's a double negative.
That's so much work.
Okay, I know.
How many points off will be taken?
Well, since I'm asking you to use specific formulas, a lot.
No, remember?
Okay, distance formula, I need you to tell me what it is.
I don't know.
One.
I don't
It's
know.
radical something.
Yeah, it is radical
Yeah.
something.
Oh, wait, distance?
You're
Wait,
like-
distance is this with T's?
Mrs. McCain gives you some song, right?
X,
Yes.
no.
X
No.
equals negative B.
Oh,
That's
right.
a quadratic.
is not it.
It's
D
guys.
1
Oh, yeah.
minus D2 equals.
Song.
I know
Not
that.
D.
Is it Y and X?
Q.
It's Y and X.
Y1.
Oh, D equals.
Minus
Y1 minus Y2.
I was saying
Equals.
D equals. How about we start with X, guys?
Sorry, X1
X1
minus
minus
X2
Squared.
squared
Plus
plus Y1 minus Y2 squared.
Listen, that will never go away this year. You better just remember it.
I'm gonna write it down real quick.
You'll use it every chapter, okay? Distance formula. Distance formula is the square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. I think
Why is there
there's
no song for it?
X
There is no song
equals
for it.
negative
D
plus
equals
or minus
radical
square root
X1
of
minus-
Stop.
Okay.
Okay, now, midpoint formula. Yes.
X1
Uh-huh,
plus X2
uh-huh.
over 2
Beautiful. And what else?
plus or minus.
No, you're coming up with a midpoint meaning an x and a y value.
So Y1 plus Y2 over 2.
Yep.
So
You need to know the distance and midpoint formulas by heart.
We had to have that for a quiz once, but then you just forget it.
Yeah, you're not gonna forget it. You'll use it every chapter in here.
Can't wait.
Okay, so those are the two formulas we're focusing on today.
So
Now,
is this just algebra?
oh wait, can you go back?
Is it algebra?
Guys,
Did you already forget? It feels like algebra.
this is geometry. We are going to apply algebra into it, yes, but there are also lots of different
But you
things.
feel that, right?
Okay, you have like 10 seconds, because this is taking way too long today. Okay,
Honestly.
what is the distance between 2, -1, and 5, 3? You have to tell me how to plug it in.
Okay, so first you find your x coordinates.
What are my x coordinates?
2 and 5.
Okay, so 2 minus 5
Square root.
squared plus
-1
-1
minus -3.
minus 3, it's not negative,
Yeah.
squared.
Square.
What's 2 minus 5?
3. -3.
Negative 3, so you have negative 3 squared plus, what's -1 and -3?
4.
-4, and plus -4 squared. What is 3 squared?
9.
9 plus,
16.
what's 9 plus 16?
What if I add?
25.
Square root of 25, which
Five.
equals?
Five.
There's the distance.
Well,
Okay.
5.
What's the midpoint of the segment -1, 0, and 4, 2? What do I need to do?
Bungee cord. Oh, never-
Plug
never
in,
one
so
does
take
jump in
your
line.
x coordinates and
Which are?
which are -1 and 4.
Okay, and plug
So
it
you
in
take
now.
-1 plus 4.
Okay,
over
over
2.
Okay, and
Comma, and then you take your y coordinates, which are 0 and 2, and you
It's
go
just a bicycle.
0
0
plus
plus 2 over 2.
2.
Good. -1 and +4 is?
3.
What's 3 over 2?
3. 1.
1.
1.5.
1.5.
1.5.
And 2 over 2 is?
1.
And there's my midpoint.
You leave it in the coordinates.
You leave it in the coordinates. That's what you're doing tonight on your homework.
Yes! I love that!